Hello everybody. Today we are going to see the poem Dust of Snow. It is written by Robert Frost. Now, first of all, before we start the poem, let us understand what is the summary of the poem. Now, in the summary, when we see the summary of the poem, we come to know that the poet is very much upset. Right from the morning, he is very much upset. He is very sad. And there are two natural elements shown in the poem. One is crow, a bird, and there is one tree, that is hemlock tree. Now, let us first of all try to understand what is the summary of the poem. It says that the poet is upset and sitting under the hemlock tree. Suddenly, a crow sitting on the tree shakes the tree, and the fine particles of snow from the tree falls on the poet. Now, it is understood here that the poet is sitting under the hemlock tree, and it's a winter season, and because of winter there is a lot of cold, and because of lot of cold the whole area is covered by snow. Even the hemlock tree also is covered full of snow. White color snow has been completely found over the hemlock tree, and under the tree the poet is sitting. The crow, when it comes suddenly and sits on the tree, he shakes his body, and because of shaking his body the tree gets shaked and the snow falls on the poet. The soft and cold touch of snow changes the poet's mood from sad to happy. He starts feeling soothed and refreshed. As soon as the crow shakes the tree, all the snow from the hemlock tree falls on the poet's body, and as soon as the snow falls on the body of the poet, his mood changes. First he was sad, but now he feels happy. He feels very refreshed. In this way, a simple moment proves to be very significant and saves rest of the day of poet from being wasted and held in regret. Now, so far, before the snow could fall over the poet, he was very sad. But after the snow has fallen on him, he becomes very happy. And it says that the poet saves his day from getting wasted. If he would have been sad, the whole day would have got wasted. But because of the crow, as he shook the tree and the ice fell over his body, he became very happy and he saved his day from getting wasted. Now, the black crow is commonly a symbol of death and fear. Since the crow is not associated with goodness, it is ironic that in this poem it is doing a good deed by shaking off the snow. Now, basically, black crows are not a sign of prosperity or goodness. Black crows are the sign of death and fear. We don't like black crows. But in this poem, the poet Robert Frost has used black crow. Let us see why he has used black crow. Now, Robert Frost didn't choose to use an oak, maple, or pine tree. He has used hemlock tree, which is a very poisonous tree. Now you see, the poet could have used any type of trees. So many trees are there in the world. But the poet has chosen to take hemlock tree as the example. Now, hemlock tree is a very poisonous tree. It's a very toxicity. It's a very toxic in the sense it's highly poisonous. The leaves of this tree, the whole tree, I mean, is very poisonous, right? But the beautiful snow that adorns matlab decorates the poisonous hemlock tree's branches is shaken off by a scary crow. Now you see two natural elements. One is hemlock tree, which is very poisonous. Second is black crow, which is the sign of death and fear. These two natural elements are used by poet to teach us a lesson. Now, what lesson Robert Frost wants us to understand? Let us see. Robert Frost uses the elements of the fearsome crow and poisonous hemlock tree to do something good. Shake the white, pure snow of the branches. This good act lifts the suicidal person's spirit, causing him to change his mind about killing himself. The small act causes the man to have an enlightened insight. Now, basically today, so many people, they are mentally depressed. They are in depression. And because of this mental stress, they try to commit suicide. They try to kill themselves. So poet has given a very best example in this poem, as he says that the suicidal person's spirit causing him to change his mind about killing himself. Poisonous tree was covered with snow. Black crow came and shook the tree. And as the white snow fell over the body of the poet, his mind is changed. First, he was very sad. He was going to commit suicide. He was thinking that he should kill himself. He was finding no reason to remain alive. We have a poisonous hemlock tree covered in pure white snow, and a man who is depressed, planning to kill himself and walking under the tree. As you know, as I have told you, the man was depressed. He was in a depression. He wanted to kill himself, and he was sitting under the tree. At that precise moment, the black crow of death shakes the pure good snow onto the man. And as the man was thinking that he should kill himself, at that same moment, the black crow comes and sits on the tree and shakes the tree, and the white pure snow falls on the man. All that goodness helps the man to change his mind about killing himself. Instead, he decides to leave, forget the regret and sorrow to enable healing. As soon as the white snow falls over the body of the man, he completely changes his mind. Now he thinks that he should leave. He should live. He should not commit suicide. He becomes very happy. He becomes very joyful. By seeing the white snow, cold white snow over his body, it rejuvenates him. It gives him good idea. This is the picture of hemlock tree. Now, you can just imagine this is how the tree looks. And when this tree is covered with white colored snow, it is completely white, pure white. All right. So, the poem Dust of Snow by Robert Frost reiterates that the little things in life can make huge changes in our future. It also shows that if we can take the hard times of life in stride, eventually something will happen to change our situation into happier times. Sometimes most of us have a lot of difficulties in our life. We sometimes have a lot of stress. We have a lot of problems and issues. So some people adopt shortcuts, that is, they give up their life. They give up means they kill themselves. This is not the solution. Robert Frost says that in our life, there are many times we have to face hard times, difficult times, but something will happen to change our situation into happier times. We have to wait for an event. The simple things we do for others can make all the difference. Just think about those random acts of kindness we do and how much they brighten a person's day and sometimes change their future. Whatever act we do, whatever things we do to others, they all make difference. Noticing and appreciating all the small things in life will make our life happier. It will also cause us to have a spirit that is willing to change and therefore succeed. So in our life, whatever things we do, we have to appreciate all the small things in our life. We should have the spirit of having positive thinking all the time. Negativities are there all around. But from all these negativities, we have to always think of positive attitude. We have to always get positive attitude in us. Once we develop this positive attitude, let any difficulty, let any issue, let any problem, let any hindrance come in our life, we will easily able to tackle it. Now, if you see the poem, it's just 2 stanzas, but it gives a very deep meaning. The poet has written the poem. Starting of the poem is, the way a crow shook down on me, the dust of snow from a hemlock tree. Now, as the poet we have seen was sitting under the hemlock tree. Hemlock tree is the most poisonous tree. And as he was going to commit suicide because he had no other option in his life, The black crow came. Black crow is a sign of fear, death, sorrow, sadness, all ill omen. Ill omen means all bad things that is going to happen in the future. That is ill omen. So suddenly the crow comes, sits on the tree and shook down the whole tree. And because of that, the dust of snow. Dust of snow doesn't mean dhul mitti. Dust of snow means the whole snow from the hemlock tree falls over the body of the poet. Has given my heart a change of mood. As soon as the white snow falls over the poet, it says that this white snow has changed the heart and the mind of the poet. It has changed the mood of the poet and saved some part of a day I had rued. Rued in the sense he had held in regret. You can see the meaning here. Means he had held in regret. Regret in the sense pachtawa. The whole day, right from morning till afternoon, the poet was in a sad mood. He was depressed. He was very much sad. But as the white snow fell over him, that from that time onwards, he started feeling good. He got positive attitude, positive mindset. And he says that this white snow saved his other part of the day that must have got ruined if he had not let the snow fell over him. And the meaning is, as I have told you, hemlock is a poisonous plant with small white flowers. All right. Thank you very much.